What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemian, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm gonna pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Just Pro Wrestling News Podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. It is the Monday Mayhem Warriors. I'm Mike Sorgat, Sorgatron on the Twitter, here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I had the graphics up for the wrong show. We'll fix those in just a moment. But while I'm doing that, also with you from Beacon, New York, the only Mayhammer with a future endeavor letter from the WWE is Mad Mike.
Sorg, welcome back. It's good to hear your voice.
Hi. Hello.
Sorg, where the fuck have you been?
At least 5 different states.
Okay.
Since I've talked to you last.
All right. Excellent.
So, yeah, it has been pretty crazy. We've been on the road with a lot of work across the country. We're talking Ann Arbor, Michigan, Lakeland, Florida, and Las Vegas. It's not as fun as it sounded. It was
Heard of one of those cities.
It's 118 degrees in Las Vegas, and we were on asphalt. So everybody was pleased when we moved the start times up to 5 a.m. and said get out of here by 2 because it's 100 degrees at 10. So every day, didn't get below 90 the entire time. Yeah. But I did take a little bit of vacationing, and I did watch some wrestling along the lines. I think we talked about the Detroit wrestling last time I was here, and I watched some wrestling in Las Vegas actually. And including meeting Danny Limelight.
Whoa.
Yes.
Hey, Sorg, you know who was very interested to hear about you meeting Danny Limelight?
That would be our other co-host on here from Just Pro Wrestling News Podcast. It is Mainstream Matt.
Hello, Sorg. I was so concerned you wouldn't be coming back. And speaking of the heat, my air conditioning is not working.
Oh, no!
Oh, no.
It is hot as balls.
Oh,
my
no.
house. I'm hiding in my basement. I do this every night, but tonight I'm doing it to stay cool. This repairman cannot get here fast enough. It's downright, it's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So bear with me. Nothing but the hottest takes coming tonight. So
If he sweats out, yeah, it's all hot takes tonight, right? Even the studio's 85 degrees with AC running, so we have a giant window, and apparently that's a problem. So, anyways, it is yes.
I was going to say before we get to the wrestling.
Yes.
Sorg, you've been gone a while.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Lego update. And it's a pretty big one.
There it
Sorg.
is. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Holy crap, that's huge.
Sorg, it doesn't fit in frame.
It does not fit in frame.
It doesn't fit in frame, Sorg. Look.
Huh. Oh,
Look.
wow. Oh, it's got a sign up there and everything. It's the Daily Bugle. And
Yeah,
a
look.
Spider-Man hanging off of it.
I made a little Harry Osborn goblin glider.
Yes.
There's a little spider buggy up here that's driving up the wall.
Spider buggy.
It's look at this thing.
I love all this.
This thing is fantastic.
I love it.
Got a little billboard on the back of the building.
Mm-hmm.
And down below here, you can see. Let's see, where is it? Right in here. That's where Peter Parker hides his book bag.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well,
So yeah. I figure I'd wait till you made your triumphant return to share that with you.
so while you have the largest of toy awesomeness, I have the smallest of toy awesomeness. Are you ready for this? So of course, the top rope tabletop guys and gals. They've been doing this for a while. They were in for a session again last night. Since we've been traveling, we're like, well, we got to get it in. I'm like, okay. So they made custom figures of all of their characters.
Oh boy.
And they made a me. Oh, I don't even know if I can show you this because of the focus. Oh no. Oh, there you go.
I kind of see it. It
We
looks
see it.
really cool.
It's a me. I got a microphone and a boom box, and a little dice going on there, and I got my gear bag going on there. If you want to see like a proper picture of this, go to the Top Rope Tabletop Facebook page. You can see. Actually, I can try to pull it up here because this Windows update finally finished. But you can see all the figures that they made based on, I think, mostly based on the drawings that Tatiana actually made of all the characters. And it looks like I'm trying to interview Keith Hott over there. So in the picture, and I can't bring that up. I'm not set up for that yet. So listen, I've drugged this equipment. I drugged this equipment across 3 states. Finally hooked it up for the first time in a month. Yeah, a couple of things may not be working right. So, but I'll see if I can throw that up there for you guys in a second. But yeah, it's but no, that was a nice little surprise, and I love that I got the little me going on over there. So there he goes. There he is. But no, thank you again to Top Rope Tabletop for that, and go check it out. The replay's on. It's on all the IndieWrestling.us, wherever we would stream the Twitch, the YouTube, and on the Facebook page, IndieWrestling.us, and you can check out what we were working on over there. Well, dealing with some settings. So what are we talking about here tonight? Now that we're done with talking about toys and all that kind of stuff, is there some wrestling
in on the chat room?
Well,
it looks like in addition to apparently no one else in the chat room has air conditioning, so they think I'm a wuss, I guess.
I guess so.
do.
And by the way, here's a there's a picture of all the figurines if you guys are on video of the entire crew at Top Rope Tabletop. So that's awesome.
Enjoy that. It appears that the chat room wants to discuss one match in particular from tonight.
Okay.
And that, of course, was the coronation of the new hot young babyface in WWE.
Oh God.
Jackson Riker.
Wait, what?
Who pinned your boy?
Wait, he's a good guy?
Well,
yeah, of course he is.
That all depends on your terminology.
He is
being booked as a face.
He's a babyface with PTSD.
Yep.
So wait until that crowd gets out there. Wait.
Well,
depends on the crowd. So
yeah, that might be true too. But
they're going to Texas.
Well, yeah. Well,
I wonder who's going to be over the hippie guitar player with the long scraggly hair, or the guy with the shaved head who clearly has PTSD and keeps whipping himself with a leather strap.
Yeah, it's getting a little weird.
Well, let's not pretend that the characterizations are the reasons that we don't want this man to be cheered. But
he's also an asshole.
Let's also excuse the fans who don't feel like doing the legwork to do research on the performers behind the characters that they're watching at the stupid wrestling show they go and see once every 6 months or 9 months or whatever.
Yes.
Or a year and a half.
Year and a half, give or take. Sorg, your boy got pinned in a strap match.
Yeah, he did. And I got another problem because I haven't watched for a while. Is somebody else singing Elias's entrance music?
Yeah, he got a new theme song tonight.
What the hell?
No, he just hasn't been coming. Because they haven't put him in the ring to do his own intro.
Whoa, no. That's not the problem. The problem is the song that they're using, I don't think he's singing his own song.
Oh.
That's my problem.
Well, that would be
the guy who has had
silly.
2 releases on Apple Music and Spotify and all that shit has performed in the ring and at WrestleMania. Is somebody else singing that tune?
I don't know. We'll get the researchers on it. Sorg, this is like his 3rd theme song, And the first song was perfect. Now, you didn't hear the
Mhm.
first song very often because he would
He
never
didn't
get an
win
entrance.
matches.
He would start every segment in the ring,
Mhm.
and they would just introduce him, and they would play some songs for everybody. And then he would inevitably
Lose.
run away or lose a match. But every once in a while, Sorgan, you know I loved it. You would get to experience the glory of the Elias victory music.
Mhm.
And that is now a distant, bitter memory. And we're on to this.
But yeah, I don't know. Raw was good last week. I don't know what happened to the crew that did that show.
Apparently,
Raw-
it was that one girl that they fired.
Wouldn't that be funny if that was what happened? Maybe Randy wasn't there and they had to rewrite the show in.
Well,
30
Randy
minutes.
wasn't there. Woods wasn't there. Lashley wasn't there. Your champion, not showing up to work.
Very suspicious.
Mhm.
That's a number of people that should have been there who weren't not there. I guess you can excuse Woods for not being there.
Oh yeah, Woods is selling Hell in a Cell. That's fine.
Right.
I get that, and he's
But hey,
probably a little irked. Also, just
But hey,
just-
we got Damian Priest back tonight. That's nice to see.
yay.
Yay!
The ladies love him. Ladies on Twitter were loving him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I mean, no, Damian Priest is good.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I've loved everything before he got to WrestleMania. So I mean, everybody's blah right now. Come on,
Yeah.
like basically
we're
everybody's blah right
like
now.
out of everyone that was in that battle royal to start the show, they went with the least interesting.
Wait.
outfit.
There's a battle royal on tonight's show.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see,
listen.
Sorg,
Whoa,
Randy Orton wasn't there.
Whoa.
Mhm.
So you're telling me there's a battle royal to start tonight's show,
Yep. Just start.
and then
Yeah.
Unannounced.
right before the main event there was a strap match.
Yeah.
This is how they booked 2PW on Saturday night.
Well,
This is exactly. We had a battle royal to start the show for a #1 contender spot, and we had a strap match with Jamie Jamison and Tito Orch. What?
That's pretty funny.
all right. Do
Was
you
the
need an
main event a
explanation
triple
of why
threat?
this happened?
The main event was not a triple threat. It's Cole Carter and Elijah Dean. That show is uploading right now to the network, by the way. If you're on IndieWrestling.network. That's 2PW's max capacity. So I don't know who
Wow.
max.
Good name.
I mean, I don't know who max capacity is. He no showed, but I don't know.
Oh, there's a wrestler named Max Capacity.
That was my
There-
guess.
There better be at some point. Jesus.
Sorg, do you need Do you need a storyline up to speed session here? I can help you
I
out with this.
Don't think I. So there was a battle royal because Randy
There was
wasn't there.
All right. So the main event
What?
tonight was a triple threat.
Yes.
All right. It was supposed to be McIntyre versus Styles versus Orton.
Mm-hmm.
Orton was not there. We don't know why.
For reasons
But
undisclosed.
For reasons undisclosed. So they had a battle royal to decide who would be the person to take his place. Riddle won, so he took Randy's place. And then Drew just won anyways.
Yep. Now, Sorg, do you want to try and guess who was in this battle royal?
I don't care, man.
Okay.
I really
Never
don't
mind.
care.
Never mind.
I
then.
don't care. I don't.
If you quiz him on this, he's going to start naming released wrestlers. We don't want to.
Were the Bollywood boys there?
No,
they're not anywhere
But stay tuned.
What
on
about
Peacock.
Tony Nese?
Stay tuned on Peacock later this week for Tyler Breeze and Fandango recapping the top 5 tag teams in history. So irritating.
I do enjoy. I think it was Anthony Green who got released and then tweeted, "This is now our loser leaves town match."
Yeah,
from the match that was going on that night.
Mhm.
Yeah. I read a really interesting note. Apparently, it's from some podcast that Samoa Joe was on about how when he was released, he was doing his "Hey, great work with you guys," kind of thing, text to everybody, and then Triple H is like, "Hold on a second, I'm in a meeting," Hold on a second.
Yeah.
And
Triple H left Smojo hanging out there for like a couple hours, you know.
Yeah,
and then he was like, "We got to get you back in here."
Yeah, and then
I
just like,
wonder
and
if
he just
they're
like,
gonna
he's
do
like,
that
give me a
with
couple.
some other
He was
people.
like, give me a couple weeks. I'll put a package together for you. I'm like, what? So sorry, Mike.
It's
I
kind of like,
wonder-
yeah,
I-
will you take less money, you know, to come back and enjoy the job security that comes with
right.
NXT? Or...
Mike, what were you saying? We keep
Well,
trampling.
no,
I'm
no.
sorry.
I just wonder if they're going to do that with some other people too.
I think that's always a possibility. You know,
Because like I
mean,
because like from what I've heard, Breezango were on main roster contracts
Oh, but doing NXT.
doing NXT.
Okay.
So maybe there's a chance they come back under NXT contracts.
But then re-sign these
Now-
guys. Jeez, is the
yeah, like
communication
I
that
don't
bad
know why
in
there
this
isn't
company?
just like a contract negotiation thing. Like,
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's just like
because like honestly, you know, they're just trying to kill up, down, down.
yeah. Well,
They really are,
Somebody
like,
shared there's a D&D thing that they're doing with that was
With
actually
G4.
streaming. It was streaming on Peacock and G4.
Yeah,
Right?
And
And
Breeze is a part of it.
And Breeze is a part of it with Woods and
DL Madden or
not,
or Mace, whatever.
Moon, Ember Moon. Sorry, I was trying to remember.
Yeah, Ember Moon and Mace.
I remember every name but her WWE name. So, but,
Well, I mean, when they released Jessamine Duke, we were speculating that they might just bring her back under a different title or a different role, since she was also involved in kind of coordinating some of those video game streaming efforts. They might do the same thing with Breeze.
yeah, they just rehire
They try
everybody
to bring 'em
under
back.
these like Twitch
Well,
video
I'm-
game contracts.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I've gotten really used to having my Wednesday lunch breaks while watching four wrestlers play Uno with each other. And
Mhm.
if that gets interrupted,
If you take that away from Mike,
boy, I'm gonna raise some hell.
if you take
mean-
that away from Mike, it is going down.
I'm gonna be very upset.
I
I
mean, I don't see
mean-
how it cannot be interrupted this week, but I guess we'll see.
I mean, if you haven't seen Mike upset,
There's a reason they call.
oh,
it
I have
that.
seen Mike upset.
No, you haven't.
Well, I saw a
No.
version of upset Mike, but
Oh,
maybe
well, all right.
I'm
Okay,
entirely
yeah.
upset.
Okay, yeah. You
We
saw-
don't need to
you saw
rehash. Let's
close.
not rehash old stories.
Yeah. Amber starts. You know, you follow the lore.
It's a
you'll
knee
get this.
reader.
Yeah.
wait, what?
Go ahead, Jordan.
What's happening? What the hell? Okay. Anyways, what?
You missed 2 weeks. You miss a lot, Sword. You
Mhm.
miss a lot.
I missed like a whole lore thing out of this.
No, it's just
No, Sword.
not
This is the lore from Mania.
this is
Oh, okay.
New Orleans lore. But
Oh,
please.
New Orleans. I'm sorry, I couldn't make New Orleans.
New
I-
Orleans.
Sorry, I
We're-
couldn't make it.
I mean, we'll try to take you with us next time.
Mhm.
Just
Mhm.
try not to be working. Don't do that. Stop
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, fuck that.
I'm really
Seriously.
crossing my fingers. I think it might be happening. I might land in Los Angeles area the week of WrestleMania. It may still align with
Wow.
everything. I'll be shocked if that still happens. It was supposed to happen last year, or no, this year.
This year.
Yeah,
This year is
so-
supposed to be New Orleans.
Yeah,
Los Angeles. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, next
we'll see
year
what
is
happens.
Texas.
We'll see what happens, and we'll see if WWE hasn't pissed us all off by then, or gotten bought by Disney and WrestleMania. Just
We'll
always,
see if there are any
you
wrestlers
know what? That's
left.
the deal. When WWE gets bought by Disney, WrestleMania will only happen in a Disney park.
I would be entirely here for that.
I mean, yeah, it depends on the
I would
park,
be
but I'm on board.
entirely here for
Acquisitions
that.
looking better every day, doesn't it, guys? I mean, come
Yeah.
on. I mean,
Nothing but great times ahead. Nowhere to go but up, really.
Just hollow out the spaceship Earth and have the Thunderdome in there. Just hollow that thing out, put in a ring.
oh,
That sounds like a great time. WWE Epcot.
You know that one pavilion that used to hold the Wonders of Life. They just repurpose it for whatever, like the Food and Wine Festival,
Mhm.
whatever's on their mind.
Yeah.
Fit a ring in there.
there
Yeah.
you go.
You know?
There you
A
go.
few thousand tickets.
I mean,
It'd be like recording WCW Saturday nights at
yes.
Or I mean,
MGM
hell,
Studios again.
you
but
know
like
what?
whatever.
you go Hollywood Studios, you go full WCW with it. You put a ring in the middle of the pond, have illuminations over that shit.
I
That'd be
mean,
great.
right? It's not like Disney doesn't have a history with wrestling, right?
Very true.
I mean, a lot of those.
That was
early-
the only time I've ever seen a WCW show. Was we were at Disney MGM Studios and
Mhm.
I saw a WCW Saturday Night. I could not tell you who I saw there besides Sting.
Mhm.
I remember Sting being there.
Mhm.
I don't remember anyone else.
I mean,
Don't even know when it aired to look
Nope.
it up on the network or the Peacock.
nope.
But I would
The
love to watch that
Peacock?
episode again.
The Peacock, is this new? Did I miss this one?
I heard,
Oh,
I heard
jeez.
it on a different podcast, and I've adopted it.
I was trying to figure out if I can reprogram my voice remote, my Xfinity voice remote, so that instead of having to say peacock, I could just say the cock.
It just ends up showing you Skinamax movies.
Yeah, I don't want to just do it, just haphazardly attempt this, but I would
I wonder what'll happen.
just make
Hey.
sure this is a thoughtful process.
Hey Google, play Peacock on the Office TV. Let's see what happens. We'll see what happens. Peacock from YouTube.
I'm sorry, Dave, I can't do that.
Oh no,
Um,
the TV's turning on.
Sorg.
Yes.
I heard that you binge watched a massive amount of AEW.
There's peacocks yelling on my TV right now.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Yes, I watched a lot of AEW today. I was catching up, and I was like, "Oh, do I just watch Saturday's show?" And I'm like, "No, I'm going to watch all of them." And
Yeah.
granted, it's in the background while I was working on some shows today. But still, I mean, it was that. I mean, dark. Usually in Elevation, I'm usually sitting here like editing a podcast or something, anyways, and it's what helps me get me through. But I did watch all those. I did watch Dynamite on there as well. And then I watched Elevation as soon as I was done with my client at 7. So yeah, all of the AEW, and I'm not like, oh no, that was too much.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
how do you think of the performance by is he friend of the show status?
Which one?
PB Smooth. Is he
PB
friend of the
Smooth
show?
and Matt Justice are friends of the show.
Okay,
oh,
awesome.
Peacock.
How did
Hey,
you think
Google,
PB
hey,
Smooth
Google,
did
pause.
getting in his one offensive maneuver in, and then selling the rest of the match against the Acclaimed,
They
despite
kinda
being
needed
7
to.
feet tall?
They kind of needed to. It's like they booked the guy and then realized he was 7 feet tall.
This happened when they booked the main event too. They were like, "Oh shit, these guys are huge."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it was weird seeing them kind of punked out with QT Marshall's guys, right?
Yeah.
So when they did that thing, but I mean, it's like, what else can you do with them, right? I really hope there's more they do with him. We'll see. Maybe he's on Dark tomorrow. But no, glad to see PB Smooth getting some TV time. Either way, I think is that the first time he's ever been on like TV in a match.
first televised match, it might be.
Wow.
As far as I know, yeah. Based
Long
on the reaction I was seeing
overdue.
online.
Long overdue.
I wouldn't be surprised if they sometimes what they'll do the tag match and then they'll split them into singles.
Yeah.
For the next night. So maybe we'll see singles matches
they
on
do,
Dark. I
like-
haven't seen
right.
any matches announced for Dark yet. So do a quick check real quick
Okay.
and we'll see if anything's
All
popped
right.
up.
We'll see what happens there. But no, really happy with that. It was good to see that. I love seeing Chachi just like wishing the death on the Acclaim, or at least strained vocal cords every week. And I think that's over on Discord or Twitter that was happening. I enjoy the kinship, the growing kinship of Eddie Kingston and Pentagon, and Alex Alvarez is there for some reason.
Alex Abrahantes is Penta's
Abrahantes.
interpreter,
Interpreter,
and Penta
yes.
is Eddie Kingston's best friend.
Yes, or their best friends.
Friend, yes.
They're
I'm
best
not-
friends.
You know, the first time he said it, I'm like, how interesting that Eddie and Penta are best friends. Now I'm not so convinced because he says it every time.
Yeah, didn't he
I'm
say
not
that? Didn't he say
100%
that
Well,
with
he said
Prospect
that
too?
during. He said that during when they're in Death Trap.
Oh yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
He's been saying that
Eddie
since the
Kingston
jump.
has consistently stated over and over again that Penta is his best friend. He has never strayed from that.
no, he
But
hasn't.
I'm just saying, after hearing it 100 times, I'm getting suspicious. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm thinking perhaps there is another best friend, or perhaps a best friend contender.
Well, no, but I mean, Eddie, like Penta is Eddie's best friend. We don't know who Penta's best friend is.
that's a good
And
point.
plus, we do know there's a language barrier here because we have Alex there as a translator, so we don't know where that lands, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how fluent Penta is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Mike,
Yeah,
Mike, you had the one-on-one encounter with him, so.
I was just trying not to piss myself.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's
It
right.
was terrifying.
I have also encountered I encountered Penta and Phoenix at the same time. Phoenix did all the talking. Penta just nodded politely.
He
and took my
did,
money.
didn't he? Were we talking about the same show here in town? Yeah. I did notice that. I didn't talk directly to them, but yeah, I did notice that.
Yeah.
So it turns out
that's okay.
Turns out Penta's maybe a little bit of a wallflower. I don't know. So
maybe the more. I mean, I think whenever you see Penta in the ring and him generally performing in the pro wrestling arena, you think this is a pretty reserved guy who keeps himself.
Yeah, and fun fact: despite what you may hear, Cero Miero actually means one headlight in Spanish.
Turns out,
really?
Turns out.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Man, I gotta
you
boot up
said
my
wallflower. I was trying to roll with it.
I gotta boot up my Duolingo and catch up on my Spanish then, because
Yo soy Pentagon Jr. one headlight.
And all of us ignorant American fans are like, yeah!
that
People
sounds
in
so
Mexico are
badass.
like, what a bunch of freaking idiots.
Anyways,
By the way, I watched all of Ultima Lucha 1.
Okay.
Well, because I had a medical procedure where I was knocked out on Thursday. I was getting a routine thing. I'm fine, but I had to stay on bed rest. So I'm like, all right, well, let's just fire up Tubi. Let's watch Ultima Lucha 1. I forgot how batshit not the matches. I remember how batshit the matches were, but the ending of season 1 and the beginning of season 2 with Ian Hodgkinson.
It's spectacular.
Oh my god. And he meets Matt Stryker in the middle of a desert to pick him up. Why their car is covered with a black cloth, I'll never know. But that's how he was waiting for him. Just
they're in the middle of the desert, Mike. They need to keep the sand out of the convertible.
Yo, this is
guess.
for real.
To me,
This
it
is for
tracks,
real.
but-
Yes, sand is everywhere. I wasn't even on
All right.
sand, and sand was everywhere.
okay. All right.
But
guess
I
that
mean,
makes sense.
for me, since we're talking about Ultima Lucha Uno, and there's nothing else to talk about tonight, like I've never popped more for a to be continued in my life than I did for that. Just like threw myself off the couch. Just thank you. You know.
By the way, we got a little bit of Lucha Underground tonight on both Raw and apparently Elevation.
Yes.
Yes.
Lucha Underground broke out on Elevation tonight when well, Eddie Kingston is not a Lucha Underground guy, but his best friend Penta was on his
but
team.
imagine if he was.
He should have been on it,
Oh,
but he wasn't.
Jesus.
So Eddie and his best friend Penta teamed up against Jack Evans and Angelico, and yes, and once Eddie like powdered out at one point, it was just Penta and Jack and Angelico, and I'm like, Lucha Underground, it's right here in front of me. Yeah,
and then we got some Lucha Underground on Raw.
yeah,
Really?
and you know what?
Mundo versus Prince Puma, and it was honestly pretty good.
Whoa!
Prince Puma was at a Lucha Underground level tonight, so
Yes, he was.
Nice.
Yeah.
Complete with a pre-recorded spot.
What?
Yeah.
What they do?
The crash pad.
Yeah.
Oh, they love the crash pad. Jeez.
They
Hey,
gotta
you
get
know
these
what?
crash pad
They-
spots in now.
Yeah.
These
Well,
choke
time.
slams.
This one was timed a little bit better, but when they
Ugh.
came back from the replay, you could definitely see where the crash pad was that was
Oh.
pulled out.
Come on.
But it still looked really good.
How much goes?
I don't-
How much shit they were given for AEW, and this is
No, but
happening
see,
over
the
here.
the thing is with the AEW spot, I don't care that they used a crash pad. They
Okay.
should use a crash pad.
Yes.
That's safe.
Yes.
I just care that they didn't they didn't hide it at all.
Yeah.
Like there was a much better
Not
angle
well.
they could
No,
have
no,
had that
no. There
spot
was
at,
there
and
was
that's it.
there was an attempt. It was a poorly executed attempt, but there was an attempt.
Yeah, but
So
like all the spots that they're doing, like I don't care. These guys are literally wrestling in front of nobody. there cannot be the adrenaline that there is in front of a live crowd.
I think you can tell that.
Use a crash pad for fucking everything you can.
I think you can tell that by the performance, generally. So the last several months, but
it depends on who you're watching.
Most everybody except for Roman Reigns.
Bianca and Bailey in Hell in a Cell, sir. They brought it.
That's pretty good. That was pretty good. Hell in a Cell is the first WWE pay-per-view I did not finish, and I don't know how long.
Wow.
So, I mean, granted, I was not available to watch at the time because I realized, like, I'm getting off my plane, looking at Twitter, and like, oh, Hell in a Cell's on now at 4 o'clock. But it was just nothing. It was like, why am I going to take the time to do this at this point? So, but I don't know. It's hey, fans are back, and I'll probably end up at the house show here in a couple weeks here in Pittsburgh. So, whatever.
I mean, that's going to be the real test.
It's a super show.
Yeah, it's a super show, but the house shows are usually kind of fun, and I'll just roll up and get whatever nosebleeds and just hang out and see who I run into. I mean, it's a reason to get together more than anything.
I've always, especially recently, I've always enjoyed the WWE house shows more than I've enjoyed TV.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a much more pleasant experience.
I think I for sure
shorter intermission. You know, it's great. You know,
I think I for sure would be less excited. Not that I'm terribly excited for this. I'd be less excited for if they were doing a Monday Night Raw or something, right? Because or whenever the hell. What are they gonna? I guess SmackDown's going to be live, isn't it? Because that's what they were doing before.
Yeah.
But I'm more excited for our double shot of AEW we're going to get in town. So tickets are secured. I actually don't know where we're sitting. I didn't ask. But
just get into the building.
I think it's
it looks like they're moving pretty well too.
Are they?
Pretty bold of them to run double nights in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Of all places. Doing pretty good.
I think I'm hanging with Dutters on that one. So because everybody,
excellent choice.
Because our significant others we're both like maybe, and so she just got 2 tickets. I'm like, I guess we're doing this thing. But yeah.
Well, I mean, my son, my 11-year-old son Mason, he is hyped beyond belief.
Absolutely.
Because he was super bummed that that last when AEW came through Pittsburgh the first time, it was School Night City, and we had
Well, you got summer.
You that line on that school night, and he was like, "Damn it all!" And now he's like, "Yes, August. Yes, I can go." I'm like, yep, we'll go.
Are you going to both?
Yeah, we're going to. We got tickets to both.
Nice.
It's a matter of
I understand.
arranging the other arrangements need to be arranged, and then we should be good to go. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it.
I understand that cameraman Rob will be in the front row.
Awesome. Oh yeah, we were already suggesting what sign he should take.
Yes. Andrew DiNardo is behind me. Was one idea.
We think you should definitely take a sign that says "Book a tag team match."
Ooh, yeah.
Book more tag team matches.
You cowards.
Support the main event.
Second sign.
Book
you
more
cowards.
tag team matches. You coward. Which would be very ironic to take to an AEW show.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't even know how to.
If there's anybody who's not having a problem with tag team matches, it's AEW.
It's the only one that's not having a problem with tag team matches.
They're just like, hey, Matt Justice and PB Smooth, you're a tag team now.
Now you should bring a sign that says "Book a second women's match on TV." You cowards.
Well,
that'd be something.
There's that. I don't think there's going to be a problem with that because it will be Pittsburgh week. So
yeah, but that doesn't mean she's gonna have a match.
Oh, I think there's
God,
gonna be a
I think
match.
between two nights she's going to.
You don't think they're going to put Britt Baker in a match in Pittsburgh?
Oh no, I think she's just gonna have a big long talking segment.
They're running 2 live shows.
What do you
Pittsburgh,
think
Mad
this
Mike.
is?
She's going to have a
What
match.
do you think this is? Monday Night Raw?
I'll bet cash money she doesn't have a match
on either show.
Yeah,
I got 2 bots. Well, how many bots?
Hold on. I got a 20 spot right
and
here.
I got $3 Canadian.
I don't even know if this is still good anymore.
That she wrestles at least 1 match, maybe 2.
Because I don't think this King's around anymore. I don't know if this dollar is any good. It's been a while.
Tina wants to know, Mad Mike, are you considering going to the show at Arthur Ashe Stadium?
I would consider it, except it falls on my mom's birthday. So I don't.
Take your
I
mom.
Think, I think that's a.
Tough one, Mom's birthday.
I think that's a non-starter. For
Mom,
me.
you want to go to the baseball stadium? Don't tell her it's not baseball.
That's not a baseball stadium either.
Oh,
It's
is
a
it? What
tennis
is it?
stadium.
That's a tennis.
It's a tennis.
grocery store.
It's a tennis.
Tennis
court.
stadium?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a ten-
Oh,
oh yeah, that's
gorgeous.
where they have like
Full moon.
Wimbledon, maybe
The U.S. Open.
U.S. Open.
Wimbledon
Excuse
is
me. I
in
knew
the
it was
United Kingdom.
Yes, I knew. I don't know. I don't know tennis.
That's okay. That's okay.
I don't know
I
tennis. All I
don't
know
know
is
tennis.
yeah.
Anyway, the nature of these tennis stadiums.
I am considering
that you
going
get-
to Madison Square Garden though.
Yeah.
I'm considering doing that.
The nature of these tennis stadiums, Sorg, is that these you get a sharper bowl angle on the bowl, so it's like tighter and steeper. So in theory, like more fans feeling more on top of the action. It could be a very interesting venue.
I wish they ran Yankee Stadium. I'm not gonna lie.
Let WWE try that first. I don't know. Baseball stadiums are so hard for anybody. Impossible.
I
venues to
hate
fill.
wrestling in baseball stadiums. I hate attending it. I hate shooting it. I hate hearing anybody else has done it. It bothers me so much. Unless you are filling that thing like New Japan, I'm sure will be fine when they finally get around to COVID not shutting down their stadium shows.
We'll see how they do.
What? Really? You have doubts on this one?
Sorg, these things are big.
Okay.
I mean, even when
Yeah.
they run Tokyo Dome for Wrestle Kingdom, sometimes you just kind of like you'll catch an angle. Not that New Japan gives a crap whenever
but
they're shooting their stuff.
right,
They don't care about
they're
hiding
dropping
empty seats.
40,000
the upper deck's empty. Who gives a crap?
like 40,000 people on the floor, right? So
Yeah, exactly. So they could cram like 40,000 people into
Right.
this baseball
Also-
stadium, and if you catch it at the wrong angle, it's like, oh my god,
the
this place is
Tokyo
empty.
Dome is also enormous, right? Like what does that thing hold?
The
Looking.
Tokyo Dome.
Yes.
Everyone.
Maybe it
holds
just
everyone.
seems like it because I've only seen wrestling there. 42 to 55,000.
Yeah.
So and that is a baseball stadium. So
Tina Keys is reminiscing about Safeco for WrestleMania. Tina, that's
Mhm.
WrestleMania.
I mean, the original
that place look
Thunderdome
good.
was in a baseball stadium.
Hmm?
The original
It was
Thunderdome
in,
was in a baseball stadium.
yeah, in Tropicana Field.
Yeah, it was in the Trop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you-
they walled off
you
like
built,
half that thing.
You
That doesn't
built
count.
a room inside a stadium.
To
Still,
be fair, that's the nicest thing that's been in the Trop in a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the most up to date thing too.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mhm.
like when WWE has done, the Rumble, they've done it, baseball stadiums. I think they were
That's right.
did the Astros stadium.
Listen,
They make it look good, but they sell it out.
yeah, yeah.
And they configure it. I think they've figured out that you can't be like beholden to the
dimensions.
and the general makeup, and you can't be beholden to the existing, setup for shooting baseball inside of a stadium and
No.
just converting it for wrestling. You just have to go in there and just set up a wrestling arena inside the baseball stadium.
Yeah.
And I think once
Yeah.
they figured that out, WWE has managed to make their baseball stadiums.
I do enjoy the Royal Rumble dugout entrances. Like that, I appreciate that. Like I miss
Roman speared Corbin by running along the top of the dugout, and that was one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Right. So I mean, those were cool. Those were really
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, yeah. Anytime you can change it up a little bit, it's going to be helpful. That's why it's always fun to see a unique venue. But in general, baseball parks do not attempt.
So I got a couple things we need to touch on.
Okay.
First of all, Matt, I met the radioactive Poppy, radioactive
Danny
Poppy.
Dark.
I would say
No, not yes, Mr. Danny Dark himself, Danny Limelight. And I meant to grab the shirt. It's buried in my luggage still. I was
I'm so excited for you.
at Future Stars of Wrestling in Las Vegas. They had a 2-night anniversary show. It was on Fight TV as well. So I got to meet him, talk to him a little bit. So looking forward to that. I do need to get him locked down for an interview. We were talking about that as well. But chill dude, really chill dude. So I mean, he's everything you would imagine. So, but no, it was good. And I saw him in a match. Jeez, who did he have his match against? One of the champions there. But killer match. Then some faction came out and beat him up.
So just like a regular episode of AEW.
Yes. EC3 was on the show, Mike.
Excellent.
He was in a 3-way with Hammerstone, I believe, is their champion. I believe.
Whoa.
Yeah, I got to see. He's the MLW champion, right?
He is one of the MLW champions.
Wait, one of?
Oh, wait, no, wait. Jacob Fatu is the MLW heavyweight champion. And I believe Hammerstone is like the national champion. There's 2 belts.
Okay.
And I believe Fatu has the more prestigious of the 2 belts, but Hammerstone's had his forever too.
I do believe he's the main. I don't know. They had a weird collection of belts that I was trying to figure out through the night. Unfortunately, TJP was on the card. I wasn't too crazy about that. But the guy he faced,
the match was good.
The match, the guy he faced was ridiculously good, and I tweeted all that stuff over a week ago, so I'm not going to be able to find it right now. But I'm trying to see if I can find some results or anything over here on their Alex Hammerstone. That's right. But no, it was cool. It was in a Ice Williams was the guy that Limelight faced as well. Great. There's some good photography of it over here that I can share. So there's that over there. So no, it was in like kind of a club setting. It was a really cool. Here's a guy, Matt Vanda, 209 on the Twitters. I believe this is the fellow. Yeah,
Matt Vandegrift.
Yeah, Matt Vandegrift. He was really good. Falling with Style is his Twitter. So
that's his Twitter?
Yeah, that's his name on the Twitter. Is Falling with Style.
Oh man, I thought it was his Twitter handle.
His ad is Matt Vanda 209.
Oh, okay.
So let's see. Ace of Knaves, half of the Ungilded, Santino Brothers alumni. So, and he's with Future Stars of Wrestling. But no, it was a pretty good group over there, and I think. No, that's not MV Young. That's somebody else. So I don't think MV gets that flippy. But anyways, no, it was a really good show, really fun, and
I just saw there's a team there called the Lights Camera Faction.
I think they might have wrestled that one night. So
no, I'm sorry, I'm looking at your card.
Oh, yeah.
The Lights Camera Faction. God damn it, that's brilliant.
Some dude.
Derek Direction just kicked over his TV because he didn't think of that
brilliant.
First. They're chanting like one guy. I think one of his names was Milkshake or something, and they were chanting Milkshake at him. It was fun.
It looks like Lights Camera Faction is Fresco and Watson.
Okay.
And they were facing Death Proof, who is Cutthroat Cody and Jacob Austin Young.
Listen, man, I don't catch the names a lot of times in these
No,
shows.
sorry, I'm reading the names.
Yes.
In indie wrestlers, this is why you got to put your names on your tights, so we remember
there's
who you are.
also someone named Christopher Landon Anthony Streeter. He's got 4 names.
Nice.
Sure.
That's rare.
A power move. I like it.
Oh, his current gimmick is Class. Because that's the 4 of his names.
Okay.
Christopher Landon Anthony Streeter, aka Class.
There you go.
Wow.
I like it.
Oh my God, this guy's had 10 matches.
Oh really?
He's had 10 matches.
Like nobody in there looked like any slouch. Like everybody had a great match. Like it was better than that Florida show I went to. I probably had just as many Samoans on it.
He's wrestled a tag team named Cookies and Cream.
I bet that Milkshake guy was part of it. Somebody's family was in the front row wiping them off during their match. It was weird. But no, a really good crew.
Was it Brett the Threat?
I don't think it was Brett. Actually.
Did I guess it?
Maybe.
Did I guess it?
Does he look like he could be a trucker?
I don't know what these people look like, Sorghum.
You're just seeing names? Who's his opponent?
Dave Mazzani.
That doesn't ring a bell. Although Matt, you'll appreciate that MK Bandit was there.
I see this.
Very
we
good,
know
very
him.
good.
Toa Leona.
He has seconded one Beastman as they are shouting in the South Side at Port Authority buses and drunks. He's the one. If you like, well, Beastman is doing his thing. Like he's the one in the background said, "Your doom is coming. The Beastman is here." and it was fun to see
have
him
a warning
in
when
his
the
hometown.
Beastman is
Yeah, exactly.
hopping around
That's what we
town.
should do. Jeez. That was fun. Also, I did get to see Fast 9 starring one John Cena this weekend because I've asked a lot of Chachi lately in production. Kind of drug him kicking and screaming out of retirement to do a show last week, and then also to make him go do a dance recital back home this weekend. So I said, listen, I'm going to take you to see Fast and the Furious. So since it came out this past weekend, so we went to see it. John Cena is John Cena. I mean,
Is he visible in the movie?
He is visible in the movie. Yes.
Okay, that's
So,
good
'cause
because
he's-
I've heard reports that you can't see him.
Because you watched the wrong Fast movie. I know they can get confusing, Mike. So.
No, those reports are from John Cena himself.
Oh, fantastic.
There it
But if you're it's more Fast and the Furious. If you are a fan of the movies, especially since Fast 5, I think you're good with this.
Now, Sorg, I have a quick question. Did they tease? You don't have to spoil anything. I'm just looking yes or no here. Did they leave room for a sequel?
Oh yeah. Oh jeez, yes.
Okay.
Oh
all right.
jeez,
Now,
yes.
I have a question.
Holy crap, did they? Come on.
Okay. Now,
straight up, they showed a guy that's not in this movie.
okay.
And
Okay.
They Nick Fury
Now-
the shit out of this thing. Okay.
Now, Sorg, if this next movie isn't called Fasten Your Seatbelts, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, seriously. I will
And,
also.
and I don't want it spelled FAS-TEN. I want it FAS10. That's what I want. FAS10 your seatbelts.
My one takeaway also, as I was watching back a clip on like an ad or something today, and I was just like,
You know what? I'm actually going to tweet
and I had this feeling.
at John
Yeah,
Cena,
tell John Cena and tell Vin Diesel.
at The Rock.
I had this feeling that
Might
there
want to
were-
drag
at-
Statham into this too.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
at
while you're
Vin
at it.
Diesel.
We'll get Michelle Rodriguez while you're at it.
And don't forget Tyrese Gibson.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course.
Also, don't forget. Oh crap! Who's the other guy? Who's the rapper?
Don't forget
that's in it?
Han.
Who's the rapper
the
that's
Han.
in it?
Luda.
Luda. Yeah, Ludacris. Thank you.
Luda. I
Hashtag-
got tag Ludacris.
Hashtag justice for Han.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna put Joe Biden on there too because
Because he
I
gets
figure,
shit
you know,
done.
figure we gotta get shit done.
As he was that on his 100 days? I don't know. Are we
Why
at the
don't you,
100 days
Why
yet?
don't you add CM Punk on this while you're at it? Let's just bring all the hell down on us at once. Let's just take care of business.
You
Who
know
was
what?
tweeting me?
The
Who was
next-
tweeting
the
CM
next
Punk
one
today?
I'll put CM Punk afterwards. Put CM Punk after, just like
Oh,
Why am I
it's
in
like
this?
no, tweet it out, and then in the reply and say, "Oh, CM Punk, you went in on this." What is happening?
You
right
want- hey, Punk! Plenty of room in this Twitter canoe for you to jump on in, pal. Come on.
now? Hey, you might get a role in the next Fast and the Furious. You have no idea at this point, right? Are we just working down the line? Is Batista going to be in like the next trilogy? Once we get to 12.
possibly.
So
Go.
Oh God. You know what? Oh fuck! I didn't add Roman Reigns. I got it. Roman Reigns.
well, he was in one.
You already
I know,
he's-
that's
He
what I'm
was
saying.
in one.
I'm,
Jeez.
I'm saying I gotta add Roman Reigns.
Jeez. Worthwhile. Good for John Cena. Although we all know that we're looking more forward to his role in the Suicide Squad and subsequent spin-off show of his character. So, fantastic. Anything else to touch on? AEW was good. A Saturday Night Show I thought was really great. watching it back today. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know
Fun
much more to
sh-
say
no,
about that.
no, it's okay. Don't question it.
I don't-
Fun
I-
show.
Yes.
Hangman and Hobbs was great.
Yes.
Omega and Jungle Boy was real good.
Yes.
The Jungler, as the kids are calling him now.
The Jungler?
On the Twitter machine. The
Um,
Jungler.
I also introduced somebody. Oh, by the way, okay. Here's a not always wrestling fan watching AEW with me this evening, because our buddy Jim from Fishing Without Bait came in, and I was on the last match, and I was like, hey, hey, this is over a couple minutes, so that's all right. It's like, yeah, and I took him to Raw before, right? Like that first one of the brand split what they did when Sasha won the belt like for a night again.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So he enjoys it and appreciates it. So he's watching this, and then it's like it's Kenny and Jungle Boy. So they're doing all this stuff. It looks like they're landing on their damn heads and stuff. There was like a running knee on the Jungle Boy when Jungle Boy was kind of like hanging on the sunken rope a little bit, and like he starts reacting to it.
Mm-hmm.
And because he's like, you can't tell me he didn't just blast him in the side of the head with that, right? And then he gets, they're going. There's the false finishes. He's kind of getting into it, and I'm just like, and I see him go up for the one-winged angel. I'm like, whoop, here's the finisher. This is what he's looking for, and he hits that. And it looked like one of the most brutal one-winged angels I think I've seen in a while, right? But again, it just looks like you just slammed that guy right through the mat, like head first, and the reaction was fantastic. Again, I love watching wrestling with not super wrestling
with
fans.
non-believers.
Not non-believer. I don't want to say non-believers is the thing.
No, I like that. That's a good.
I like watching wrestling with the normies.
Muggles.
Yeah.
Does that
Muggles,
seem
sorry.
about it? The muggles? Yes, the wrestle
Yeah.
muggles.
Well, I mean, that's how I watched Double or Nothing. I watched it with a bunch of my friends.
That's right. I mean, I think that's the way. you
Never
do it.
watch it, and it was for the
think,
most part
like,
was a good time.
When we do pay-per-view parties, we should just like invite the token normal wrestling, not real wrestling fan, but kind of thing. You gotta watch.
And we don't
We should
actually
have to
get their
maintain-
name. We just call them Mark
Yes.
the whole time.
We should just maintain. We should have to maintain a 1-to-1 normie fan ratio.
I think
when
it
we're
helps
doing
you
watch
appreciate it
parties.
a little bit, right? Especially if we watch too much wrestling like we do.
Yeah.
I mean, and we do. That it gets a little glossed over at a certain point. But I don't know. I think so. So, who's your resident Mark to bring into your pay-per-view watch parties, I suppose. So, but anyways,
Hashtag BYOM. Bring your own Mark.
mhm.
Sorg, I got one quick thing I wanted to mention.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys saw this. Did you see this bit from Japan over the weekend where the Great Muta wrestled a fella over there named Kano? No one in the States knows who he is, but Kano lit his leg on fire at one point during the match
Mhm.
and kicked Muta in the head with it. Okay. Now Muta still won.
Of course.
Okay. That did not finish him off. But I was just wondering if you've seen this little bit. It's in I probably retweeted it at some point.
I think I've seen
It doesn't matter.
I've seen it come across my feed, but I don't think I actually watched the clip. So
We don't get a lot of fire anymore.
I don't know, man. I looked up in Detroit and I saw somebody's fist on fire coming off of
Oh,
a top
really?
rope. So
Oh.
like just 2 weeks ago in a bar that was definitely not properly ventilated. We could have been a great white situation. I don't know. But
Wow.
it was scary. It was scary. So
I gotta
oh
get back
my
into the
God!
movies.
I just saw Ricochet's cross
Hold on,
body.
I'm looking at it
Oh,
now.
I just saw
Oh boy. That-
Whoa.
wow.
Ricochet's crossbody here. Hold on, let's see if I can pull it up. Is redonkulous from tonight.
Oh yeah.
There it is. Yahoo! There's got to be a crash pad back there, right? Please.
Definitely.
No, there was. You could see it when after the replay.
Whoop. Yeah.
It's still fine though.
That's like that's fun. I like that. Still looking for the Muta pick. Anyways, while we're looking for that, so there's a lot going on this week. One we're going to have tomorrow. Katie Arquette will be a part of the show Tuesday night. I believe in studio. We are official. Women's champion, multi-time women's champion, I think, across multiple promotions. And, of course, she was just a part of the Prospect Pro Wrestling Max Capacity, whoever that guy is, which is going to be available, I think, in mere moments over on indiewrestling.network, indiewrestling.us. So please go check that out as part of that. Had a great match with somebody else I think you guys should be keeping an eye on, Paris Sahara. He's a interesting character and a lot of fun to watch. So go check that out and check out the clips. I'm sure we'll have gifts up in the next couple of days or something. But again, if you're part of the network, hit up that free trial, indiewrestling.network, and you can see them in action. And actually, I was talking with Paris about coming on the show, doing an interview as well. I think I talked to him. Maybe that was a fever dream. I don't know. I may have accidentally took into so much of something, started booking a bunch of interviews while I was sitting at the airport. So I don't know what I booked yet. So also this weekend, I will be in Brooklyn, New York, close to you, Mad Mike.
Really?
Yes, Brooklyn, New York. I will be there.
There's a cat here. Sorry.
Helping. There's a cat. Yeah, there's
a cat.
And there's a.
Hi, Wolfie.
There he goes.
And he's going after the tower.
And he goes. He's going to climb the tower. This is going to be great. I should really leave the camera on you. I got it on the button just in case. But I will be in Brooklyn helping to produce, in part, the Polyam Cult Party 4 out there with MV Young and the crew. That will be streaming, I do believe, on the Jim Sterling Twitch page. And if I can figure out my Twitch page, I'll try to host it over on indiewrestling.us as well. But yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of great stuff happening on that card. A lot of friends of the show are going to be a part of that card as well. And I think it's going to be outdoors, and it might rain, I understand. So I'm going to bring some rain jackets for my
Is it outdoors?
It is apparently outdoor.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be good weather this weekend.
It's not supposed to be good weather. Oh, fantastic. Supposedly
40% chance.
I did see a tweet from MV that says there is a indoor polyam called gym that is in the reserve just in case the weather looks bad.
Okay, good.
So that's my understanding. As the one bringing all the expensive equipment, I hope that gets figured out. But no, looking forward to doing that. Working with MV and Sterling's crew on that, and then especially after working with, or at least my crew had worked with them for the Rise show last week when they were streaming on that. So looking forward to seeing even more eyeballs getting on professional wrestling and being introduced to it. That's been really cool seeing like in those chat rooms, because his channel is not exclusively a wrestling channel or anything. I'm sorry, their channel is not exclusively a wrestling channel. But yeah, but it's really cool to see like how they're kind of exposing everything to it. So go check it out. And a lot of stuff going on there. That's it. Just Pro Wrestling News. Hey, Matt.
Hey.
You did something that I finally posted this weekend. Whoops.
Exactly when we intended to.
Exactly when we intended to.
It worked out great.
Fantastic. I'm glad I forgot about it until the time it was right. So tell
I wasn't
people.
I wasn't gonna let that slip through the cracks, especially after our pal Antonio Garza from the Wrestling Revolution took about an hour out of his busy schedule to do a quick podcast with me with bonus podcast content on the Just Pro Wrestling News feed. It's about 45 minutes, me and Garza talking about all the wrestling that we never get around to talking about here. We go deep into the fringes. We talked about Stardom. We talked about New Japan. We talked about Ring of Honor. We talked about Impact. And it was a lot of fun, especially hearing Garza's takes on a lot of stuff that I don't even get to watch as much as I wish I could. So it's interesting to hear Garza's takes, because he doesn't bother too much with the mainstream promotions. He likes to operate in the fringes. So it's good to hear from him the kind of stuff he thinks is interesting and whatnot. So yeah, go check that out. And subscribe to the Just Pro Wrestling News feed so you get your daily update on all the news, so you don't have to watch any of the shows.
It helps get me through, actually. So
Get those pesky wrestling shows out of your life and still know what's
Yes.
happening. That's what we're here to do.
keep an eye on Indie Wrestling, Indie Mayhem show as well, IndieWrestling.us. We unfortunately had to push back our interview. It was supposed to be tonight with Sam Beal of Impact Wrestling, but I think we're doing that next Monday now. So I had to cancel another. I had all these interviews set up, and then I got booked on the show this weekend. And I was like, "Hey guys, we gotta move." But anyways, we got. I gotta say, we got some interesting characters locally that I think are gonna be worth people working out. If you want to check out, look at the VJ Hales promos over on Prospect Pro Wrestling. Paris Sahara. Check out his stuff. I think there's a promo over there, but there'll be matches up. Preston Everest, who talks to his Ninja Turtle Michelangelo. So that's I like characters. Like the time when I was like, okay, I just got introduced to like who would become Ziggy Haim, Katie Arquette, and Calvin Couture on like basically the same show. I think it was just like, oh, everybody, like this is some good stuff. So I'm looking forward to this next batch coming up here. So thank you, everybody. Man Mike, is you got anything to plug for you? Man Mike 483 on the Twitters. Anything else? What's happening?
I mean, we could talk Loki if you're caught up.
I am, and
Matt, are you caught up?
and
Nope.
would
But
you-
I'll take this as my cue to run off, and I will finish the news update for tomorrow
well,
morning. So you
here's
guys
my
can, wrap it
question.
up.
Here's my question, Matt. Would you be attracted to a female alternate dimension version of yourself?
Oh,
I'll have to
that's a
watch
good
that
question.
episode of Loki. I probably would. I gotta be honest.
Okay.
I do
Alright.
love the sound of my own voice, so it's probably likely.
It's getting into
I
that
would find that
space-
very alluring.
It's getting that space where there was like the female clone of Peter Parker on
in Ultimate
in
Spider-Man.
the Ultimate
yeah.
Spider-Man, and we're just like, well, this begs a lot of questions.
Mhm.
So, but anyways, and I think it was just a clone, right? Like it was an alternative universe or anything.
It was
in that
this
one.
character, in fact,
Oh, wait, there it
Spider-Woman.
is. Yeah, was she Spider-Woman in that one? I
Yeah,
guess
she's
she
Spider-Woman.
was. She was. Yeah,
Jessica Drew.
she was. She did take on Jessica Drew in that one.
Yes,
didn't
she did.
Okay. A little different than the spy Jessica Drew in the main universe, but
Yes.
that's
All
it.
right, is that my cue to leave? I'll get out of here.
Thank you
That's
so
okay.
much. Let's get out of here. Mayhem out. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.